Hello everyone, my name is Yang Song. I will be your instructor of geovisualization for autumn 2020 semester. This is the first video of the class and I wanted to use it to firstly introduce myself. So you know that it's not a robot teaching you, okay? It's an actual person. And secondly, I want to go through the syllabus of the course and provide more information on the course and also show you how to use the Carmen website of this class. Okay. Okay, wait a moment. I'm going to share my screen. And yeah, here we go. This is the syllabus. Okay, for this semester, geovisualization class will be DH. It's called distance enhanced. Okay, and before I going through this syllabus, okay, before I do this, I want to mention that you should finish reading this announcement I made in Carmen. It's right here, okay? And this announcement is providing information on the implementation of the course, including lecture, cohort, office hour, labs, okay? And if you haven't finished reading this important announcement, you should stop the video, read it, and get back. Okay. Now, while I'm going through this syllabus, I will just assume that you have finished reading that announcement. Okay. Now let's get started. So that's my name here. You can call me Dr. Song or simply call me Yang. It doesn't matter. You can just call me whichever you want. Okay. And there will be in-person office hour. Okay, it will be Monday 11:10 to 12:30 in Derby 135, and we're using a format called cohort office hour, which means students are divided into different groups, and these groups, they are participating office hours in turn. Okay, because due to the social distancing principle, the cap for Derby 135 is 16 people, including the instructor. So we'll have to follow that to use the classroom with this specific strategy. And you also have your TA information here, name and email address, and there is no in-person office hours for your lab assignments or labs. If you have questions regarding labs, please send an email to your TA. Maybe you can solve the problem using emails, or you can make an appointment. You can make an appointment and meet using Zoom. Okay. There is also cohort use of lab PCs in Derby 135. Again, you need to follow that cohort list to go to the lab if it is necessary, because you physically using lab PCs is the least recommended way to access software needed for this class. Okay, since you have read that announcement, I assume you know what I'm talking about. Okay, and for this cohort use of lab PCs, your TA will not be there. I will not be there. Like I said, it's just a way to use lab PC. It's not in-person office hour. Okay, so this course is a topic-oriented course focusing on the examination of concepts, techniques, issues, and applications of analytical cartography, interactive mapping, and specific visualization of geographic data. You can consider this course as an extension of cartography, which is 5200. Okay, and because this class format is distance enhanced, it is mostly online with weekly in-person cohort office hours, and there is no required login to Carmen at a scheduled time. So in other words, I will publish weekly modules on Carmen website. Okay, each module includes the content of that week, and although there is no required login, there is no attendance check, you should follow these modules to finish the content, okay, to get success, to achieve success in this class, okay. And I have also listed course learning outcomes here. You should read them, okay. And all these outcomes, they are organized to follow the sequence of topics we're going to discuss in this class, from geovisualization as a whole to 3D to LiDAR to uncertainty, to animation to web to time to web. Okay, you should go back to these outcomes from time to time during the semester to make sure that you are catching up. Okay, so there is no required textbook. All materials, including slides, course information, lab instructions, lab data, and even lab videos, they are going to be published on Carmen website. You can find them here. Okay, this is the first week's module here. Okay, there will be more. And course information, this is another category, including everything you need to know about the course, about how to install software, about what to include in your lab assignments, right? When you make a map, you always need to add necessary map elements into your map, right? And also there is a category for lecture slides. They have been published here, but you don't have to go through them from now, because you can just use them accordingly when the content is there, okay? From geovisualization to 3D to LiDAR, etc. and etc. And there are two other categories for lecture readings and also short essay readings. I'm going to talk about them later, but you should know these materials, they are enough for you to finish the whole class. Okay? Okay, so there is no required textbook. For data storage, if we were going to meet in person, maybe you need a portable memory device. But now, since you are learning at home or from distance, you just need a cloud drive, whichever you want, to make sure that your data is safe. Your data is safe. And the evaluation of the class, 40% is coming from your lab assignments. There will be 12 labs, each with an assignment. All lab assignments will count toward your final grade, okay? And there is always assignment after each lab. These assignments, they are usually due 1 week after the lab session, but for specific due dates, please check the schedule or course content schedule, okay? At the end of this syllabus. I'll talk about that later, okay? All lab assignments will be submitted via the course website, Carmen, okay? In a quiz-like format. So for each assignment, you need to answer several questions. You will get these questions in your lab instructions. So after finishing the lab, you should first answer these questions, and when you have finished all the questions, you should go to Carmen, right? And go to quizzes. Now you can see them here from my screen, but not from your screen because they have not been published. Go in there and you will see the same questions you just finished, okay? And you just need to input all your answers and submit. That's it. That's it, okay? Sometimes you need a screenshot. Sometimes you need a paragraph or several sentences to answer an open-ended question. But you'll get questions first, so you can prepare all the answers and just come here and click and go inside and submit your answers, okay? So there will be 2 exams, and exams account for 40% of your final grade. Both of them are non-cumulative open book exams. And these 2 exams, they will be delivered using Carmen website, okay? More information about the exam will be published later okay, at least 1 week before the exam. But all exam questions, they are from lectures. There will be no questions from labs. Okay, okay. And there will be another component of the class accounts for 20% of your final grade. This component is called short essays. So during this semester, there will be 4 short essay assignments focusing on the themes of 3D, LiDAR, time, and web. Okay, for each topic, you will be assigned several short essay ratings. They're different from lecture ratings. Okay, that's my cat. Sorry about that. And for lecture readings, you should read them, but there is no assignment for them. But for short essay readings, you should read them, and after reading, write a short essay. This essay should be about what you just read. And what should you include in this essay? You can come here, homepage, and under course information category, you can say there is a document called short essay information. Go inside, you will know how to finish this short essay. Okay, and later when I'm introducing the schedule of the course, I will repeat this part. Okay, give you more information about short essay. And course policies, I will leave them to you. Okay, about how to write an email, what's the format of the title of your email, and the lab questions should all go to your TA. And about late submission policy, you should read them carefully. I don't want to make this video too long, so I will just skip them. Okay, but read them. But this part I do not want to skip. SLDS. So if you have physical, medical, or physically medical or mentally medical situations, please contact SLDS as soon as possible. So they will contact me, and you and I can just work out a plan for your accommodation. Even you are fine right now, but during the semester, if you don't feel well, please contact them as soon as possible, so they will contact me so we can work out accommodation for you in terms of due dates, in terms of extensions for exams or assignments. We can always talk. But if you don't register with SLDS, I cannot do anything. And another thing I want to mention here is you do not want to copy and paste any full sentence from any sources, from other individuals, from websites. Okay, there will be open-ended questions in your lab assignments. So I encourage you to collect information from the internet, from your classmates, from any reliable information source. But when you write down something, do not copy and paste other people's statement or sentences. Use your own words, rephrase the paragraph, the sentence you just saw. Okay, use your own words to answer questions. Okay, if you copy and paste, it's my responsibility, it's my TA's responsibility to report them. We do not want to do that, but we have to. Okay, so do not cross this red line here. Okay, do not copy and paste anything. Okay, and about course technology, I have listed all information you need here, and also there are different documents here under course information category to help you install software to remotely use lab computers. Okay, you should read them. I will not repeat here. So in the last part of this video, I want to talk a little bit about class content schedule and the cohort, office hour, and lab use schedule. So here, you can say here is a class content schedule. First column is week, okay? Second column is date. Because this course was designed to meet 2 times a week, if it was in person, But now we're online, so these dates, they are not for actual meetings. I still keep them here to make sure that they are serving as references, okay? For example, for week 2, there are 2 meetings, right? They're both lectures, okay? So you should use these dates as anchors or references. For example, after this specific day, you should finish the videos for lecture geovisualization part 1 to make sure you are catching up. Okay, you are catching up. You are following on this schedule. Okay, so for other weeks, for example, week 5, week 4, let's say that there are 2 meetings. There should be 2 meetings, right? But now there is no in-person meetings. So after the first meeting, you should finish lecture 3D part 2. And for next meeting, you should start lab 1 on that specific day. And for other weeks, for example, week 5, 2 meetings, there are both labs. Okay, the first meeting is for lab 2, which means you should start lab 2. Maybe you haven't finished lab 1, you can still go with lab 1. But no matter, these days here, they are for you to check your own progress. Okay. Third columns here, they are for ratings. I mentioned that there are 2 types of ratings. Lecture ratings, right? They are for lectures. And each rating listed here in this column prepares you for the next meeting. For example, after today, since today, okay, my today is August 17th, but it should be, right, this day, August 26th. You should start reading lecture ratings about geovisualization. It prepares you for week 2's content because week 2 is about geovisualization as a whole. Okay, there is another type of rating, is called essay ratings. Like I said, they are for short essays. You should read them and write a short essay before the due. Okay, so no assignments after lecture ratings, but there is assignment. There is short essay assignment after essay ratings. And let me get back. I mentioned, right, here is a category for lecture ratings. I have organized them by topics. Okay, so geovisualization, 1, 2, 3, 4 ratings. 3D, only 1 rating. Okay, etc. And short essay ratings, right? Several ratings for 3D, which means that you should rate them and write an essay based on these ratings to talk a little bit about 3D geovisualization. Okay, so that's the third column of this schedule, ratings. The last column here is simple, straightforward. This column is for dues, essay dues, lab dues. Okay, but be careful. No late submission will be accepted for late essays. Okay, but late submissions are accepted for lab assignments, but there is a 10% punishment. 10% of your lab score punishment for each day late, not business day. Okay, not business day. And theoretically, you can just submit your lab assignment 10 days later after the due. But after 10 days, you will get all your scores deducted is 100%, right? So after 10 days of each lab's due, that lab assignment will be closed. And you should go to your, I'm not sure, student view, maybe go to assignments or quizzes, but as the lab, as a specific lab is published, you should say the due date and the date for the lab to be closed. You cannot say them right here because I'm using my instructor view of Carmen, but after each lab is published, you will see details. So this is mostly an online class. Also, it's very crucial for students to check the schedule from time to time, maybe every 1 or 2 days. I know it's very different from the traditional in-person teaching method, but I think no matter instructors All students, we all need to adapt because we don't have a choice due to the pandemic. Okay, I know you are difficult, but you should also know as instructors, we're also difficult. Okay, we're also difficult. Actually, I personally prefer in-person teaching. Okay, it's more efficient. It's better for students to understand and to ask questions immediately when they have them. So instructors can solve these questions immediately. So it's the best way to learn. But now we don't have a choice. Okay, there is a COVID-19 out there. Okay, we have to adapt. And the last page of this syllabus is for cohort office hour and lab use in Derby 135 schedule. Since you have read the announcement in Carmen I made, so I'm pretty sure you know what's the purpose of this schedule. Okay, so from the fourth week, there will be office hour, in-person cohort office hour in Derby 135, but it's for group 1. The same week, there is a lab use for group 1 on September 16th, okay? So the most important thing here is you identify which group you belong. So you go to home. This information has been provided in that announcement. So I will repeat here. Under course information, there is a spreadsheet. It's called cohort list. Open it. Okay, it's here. Group 1, these individuals, these students, they are group 1. We have group 2 and group 3. Okay, identify your group and follow this schedule to come to the office hour or Derby 135 for PCA use. Again, I need to emphasize here, office hour here is not required. So if you don't come to the office hour, you do not get any punishment. If you don't feel safe, if you don't feel good, you can just stay home and ask questions using emails. Okay, you should come to office hour when it's necessary. And similarly for lab, I have listed 3 ways to use the software we need for this course to finish your labs. And physical lab use is the least recommended way. But if you have to use lab, PCs in Derby 135, you follow this schedule here, okay? Again, it's the least recommended way to come to Derby 135 to use lab PCs. And if possible, please use your use emails to communicate with me to solve the problems from your lectures. And again, I want to emphasize another thing. Office hours, they are only for questions related to lectures instead of labs. All lab questions should go to your TA. So this is firstly for the consistency between me and the TA. Online teaching is making it even more difficult to communicate. So the question should not jump from you to me, then to TA, then back to you. Because even you gave me the question, I will just forward it to TA because it's a different responsibility. I think you understand that. So do that for us. Secondly, I'm asking this, sending questions directly to TA because I want as less contact as possible during office hour. When you come to the office hour, you should wear a mask. I will wear a mask, and I should sit by the podium. You should sit by the desk. And when we communicate, we should not get close to each other. So less questions means less possibility to get contact with each other, less possibility to get infected. Okay, it's just that serious. So welcome to the office hour. Please make sure all those questions, they are for lectures instead of labs. Okay, Okay, I think that's all I want to say, all I want to talk about today. And if you have any questions, just email me. Just email me. And the first week is from August 26th for this class because this class was supposed to meet on Mondays and Wednesdays. And the semester begins on August 25, which 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 means there is no meeting on August 24, Monday, right? So week one here starts from August 26th, okay? And yeah, that's all I want to say. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you.